bring yourselves to a comfortable position. You're welcome to your early morning back to basics Pilates flow in collaboration with the Insurance Institute of London. My name's Samantha Hale. I know there's some familiar faces, but for those I haven't seen before, welcome. It's lovely to meet you. Thank you for joining me. Let's go ahead and get started. Bringing yourself to that comfortable position, whether it is cross-legged like so, or whether you would like to be in mermaid, so knees bent, or perhaps in kneeling, absolutely fine, or maybe even with your legs straight out, whatever is comfortable for you. Know that throughout this entire workout this morning, throughout this entire session, you have full autonomy over your body. So I will give plenty of options, but if we come into a move that feels less than comfortable for you, maybe even feels painful, reduce your range of motion, come to an alternative option, or bring yourself back to a more comfortable position. Okay, child's pose is my favorite if I want to come out of a particular shape or movement and I just want to come back, catch my breath before moving on. So know that you have full autonomy to do that. You know your body better than anyone else. We are taking it back this morning to basics with the Classic 34. And we're going to begin with our lateral breathing. So in your comfortable position, just start by gently closing the eyes and bringing your awareness to your breath. So if you've practiced yoga or Pilates before, you may be familiar with this particular breathing technique. And by all means, if you are and you want to work at your own pace, feel free. Otherwise, I will guide you through. Lateral breathing is similar to diaphragmatic breathing. It's really powerful, very calming, very good at increasing our uptake of oxygen within the lungs and the body. And when you're ready, start to deepen the inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And out through the mouth. Now, if it helps, bring your hands to your ribs, placing them on the ribs, and really just feel as you breathe in, feel those ribs expand as the diaphragm also expands and flattens. So we're breathing in through the nose. Really taking that oxygen to the outer corners, the sides of the lungs, and exhale through the mouth. Feeling those ribs contract, come back towards the midline, and the diaphragm comes back to that dome shape position. So we're doing this really slowly, really controlled. Let's do 3 more here at our own pace. Out as we fill those outer corners with that oxygen, feeling the ribs expand. Exhale through the mouth. Feeling the ribs come back to center. Expand outwards to the sides. And exhaling through the mouth. Feeling those ribs come back to center. And if your eyes are closed, feel free to open them as we get started with our movements. So use your lateral breathing throughout. I find it helps to exhale through the mouth when a part of a move is particularly hard. So I'll guide you through, but again, do what feels right for you as well, okay? So we're going to start out with our hundreds. I'm going to take my jumper off now because I am really warm after that. Okay, bringing ourselves down onto our mats, legs straight or knees bent, arms in front, belly button drawn in, chin to chest, gently roll down to your mat slowly and with control. Starting out with our hundreds, knees in our tabletop position, toes pointed. You're going to lift your head, neck and shoulders off the mat, making sure your chin is close to your chest, looking towards your navel. Now this is where your block comes in handy. I don't want any strain on your neck. So if you're finding that throughout this particular move, you're doing a lot of bouncing around at the neck, bring yourself down to your block, use that to support you. Option here to use your loo roll as your alternative. All right, so loo roll or block, whatever you have handy. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. Bringing your arms out here, right in front, to the sides. We're going to inhale for a count of 4. So inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. All the while pumping those arms. So we're working on our powerhouse here. We're working on our abdominal muscles, our core, really making sure that the belly button is drawn in towards the spine, lower back engaged with the mat. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. Last 10. 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. Bringing the knees down, going into a roll up. So extend super long here, arms stretched out. Take a deep inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, slowly curling up, chin to chest, all the way up to seated. Arms come all the way up. We're going to take it all the way back down, nice and slowly here. Again, really focusing on our powerhouse, our abdominal muscles, our lower back muscles, even our glutes. Trying one more time, inhaling through the nose, and as we exhale, curling all the way up, focusing on the C curve of the spine, belly button drawn in, bringing ourselves all the way up to seated. So now we're here, bending those knees, holding on to the backs of the thighs, roll the shoulders back and down, coming into our roll down here. So we're literally curling down, curving the spine. Again, this really helps us to focus on that C curve. This is our flexion of the spine, so we're really extending here. And inhale, come back up, shoulders roll back and down. Try not to kind of overextend and push the chest too far out. We just want to bring ourselves back to neutral, that neutral spine. So exhale as we come back down to our roll down. We're just coming down to that point, sort of halfway to the ground, chin to chest, belly button drawn in. Really focusing on our position of our spine and our abdominal muscles. Exhale, bringing it back up to seated. So these movements are really controlled. We're taking our time this morning because we want to make sure that we get our form right, making sure that it feels right, making sure that our alignment is spot on. So then when we come to do Pilates again in the future, bringing ourselves back down, we feel more comfortable. Hopefully we don't feel any discomfort, certainly no pain. And exhale, bringing ourselves back up to neutral. Brilliant, well done. Okay, let's go for one more roll down and we'll go into our single leg circles. Arms in front, chin to chest. And as you bring yourself all the way down to the ground, nice and slowly, we are inhaling as we come down, nice and controlled. Beautiful. Okay, single leg circles. Couple of options here. You can do this simply laying down on the mat, legs straight, toes pointed, or you can bend your opposite knee. So I'm going to start with my right leg up straight to the sky. And we're going to rotate 5 times in one direction. So we'll go anti-clockwise first and then clockwise for the next set of 5. Now, the goal here as we do our leg circles nice and slowly is we're focusing on stabilizing the hips. So I don't want you to come too far out and kind of open those hips out. I want you to really focus on keeping those hips square to the ceiling, okay? They're obviously opening a little bit as we do those anti-clockwise circles, but we're really focusing on keeping it controlled. So one more here, and then we're going to go the other way, clockwise. So what are we working here? Well, we are working our hip flexors. We are working our lower abdominal muscles, which is helping to keep our hips square. And by pointing the toes, we're activating all of the muscles in the legs. One more on this side. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a shake in my leg already. Bring it all the way down. Raising up the left leg this time, toes pointed, activating all of the muscles in the legs, okay? Going in a clockwise direction this time, taking it out, bringing the arms to the sides for stability. And again, if it's more comfortable, bring your block or your loo roll to support your head, okay? Nice and slow here, slow and controlled. And bringing it all the way back anti-clockwise. And you create your own resistance by keeping those toes nice and pointed, okay? So we're slow, we're controlled, we're purposeful, using our lateral breathing for focus, bringing it all the way back to center. Well done. Nice, okay. Bringing our legs in for our single leg stretch. So again, lifting the head, neck and shoulders off the mat or using your block for support, chin to chest, legs, you can either have your left leg knee bent or straight, elevated slightly off the ground, toes pointed. We're going to bring our knee to our chest. So we bring it in for 2 and then we switch it up. Okay, exhale, 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 exhale. Now, alternative option is to straighten the leg. Okay, go with what feels comfortable. Feel free if you want to this morning to challenge yourself, but know that you have full autonomy to do what feels comfortable for you this morning. So we are exhale, 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 One more. Bring both knees to chest, going into our double leg stretch now. So we have a couple of options here. So first option, we bring the knees to the chest, and then we lower the head, neck and shoulders down, legs raised up to the ceiling, toes pointed. Bringing it in once more. Our second option is to bend the knees, feet flat on the mat as the head, neck and shoulders stay raised, arms extended behind you. Third option, knees to chest. And as we exhale, we extend fully both arms and legs in front and behind. So this is really working at our powerhouse now, working our core muscles, working our lower abdominal muscles, working our leg muscles, our glutes, our arms. Give me one more, knees to chest, double leg stretch. And wherever you're at, go ahead and lower all the way down. So in that movement, we don't want to feel any tension in the neck. So again, feel free to come back to your block for extra support for the neck if you need it. Slowly rolling up, deep inhale through the nose, exhale chin to chest, curling all the way up, C curve in the spine, coming all the way up to seated. Nice. Okay, spinal stretch forwards. Now, a couple of options here. We can raise the arms all the way up, and we're going to keep the chin to the chest, and we're going to bring ourselves forwards, and we're going to extend through the crown of the head, keeping our arms parallel to our legs, our toes pointed. You can bend your knees here if you wish, or you can keep them straight, slight bend in the legs. You're going to start to feel the stretch in the hamstrings, and really what we're aiming for here is that extension through the spine. So we're not here, okay? We shouldn't be feeling anything other than a nice stretch in the spine, okay? So I'm going to come back to here and bring ourselves all the way forwards, extending through the crown of the head, belly button drawn in towards the spine. Really extend through those fingertips. Really visualizing that beautiful C curve in the spine so we feel that wonderful stretch, which is a great spinal massage first thing in the morning. Bringing ourselves back to neutral and coming forwards once more for our spinal stretch. Really training our powerhouse here. And bringing ourselves back up all the way to seated. Okay. Bring yourselves forward so you're facing the long edge of your mat now. And we're going to extend our legs out to as far as we can. Now, what I really would recommend not doing, I find that teachers like to do this a lot. Reposition your sit bones. I want to discourage you from doing that, okay? Your body will bring you to that comfortable position, okay? Try not to reposition your sit bones. They're right where they need to be, okay? Legs, bring your feet so they're to the long edge of the mat, bringing our arms up to shoulder height and drawing the belly button in towards the spine. We're going to take an inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to twist and take our opposite arm to our opposite foot, keeping those arms nice and straight, twisting all the way back up as we inhale. So exhale, coming into that spinal twist, opposite side. Really imagine you're like trying to chop off the tips of your toes, okay? Bringing yourself back all the way up to seated, sitting nice and tall. Exhale, come into that saw, chopping off those toes on the left foot. Inhale, bringing it back up to center. Exhale, chopping off on the other side. So again, we're really massaging the spine here. This is such a good move for the morning, such a good move to stimulate digestion, which again, in the morning, we really want to be working on those moves that really help to stimulate digestion in the body. One more each side. And opposite. Great job. Okay. Now, whilst we're here, we're going to do a spinal twist. So similar to what we did before with the saw, but instead of aiming to reach the toes, we are simply going to turn towards our left and really focus on making that movement come from the torso. So imagine it coming from the middle of your back, and imagine your spine is like a towel that you're wringing out, okay? Really keeping those arms nice and straight. Feel free to breathe here. Don't worry about holding your breath. Just breathe normal. Then when you're ready on your next exhale, coming back to center. Take an inhale. Let's take it round to the opposite side. Natural breathing. Again, belly button drawn in towards the spine. We're really working that powerhouse, but the focus here is on the rotation of the spine. Again, really good for waking our spine up in the morning, waking our body up, activating digestion. Bringing it back to center, take it over to the other side. Nice. Now with each one, feel free to just extend your gaze a little bit further around to the back so that you're starting to feel that rotation and that twist all throughout the spine, all throughout the upper spine and into the neck as well. One more time, round to the right. And when you're ready, bringing it back to center. Beautiful, well done. Okay. Coming back onto our mat in that long position. Grasping onto the thighs here. We're going to continue with our spinal massage kind of theme here. Coming into our rocker. So we're going to do, it's like an open leg rocker, okay? So holding onto the thighs, lifting the feet up off the mat, belly button drawn in, okay? And we're going to gently roll back with control, nice and slowly, really focusing on the C curve here, chin to chest, bringing ourselves back up to center. Now, place the feet on the mat for stability if you want to. If you don't want to, feel free to try and keep them just off the mat slightly. So belly button is drawn in, chin to chest, holding on gently to the backs of the thighs, slowly rolling down with control. So the goal here is not to move with the momentum, but to have the movement come from our abdomen. Now, if you want, you can grasp onto, aim to bring your grasp as close to the ankles as possible. So starting at the thighs, maybe you want to explore how it might feel holding onto the calf muscles gently, and then maybe holding on to the ankles. Okay, we're going to do 3 more here in our own time. Making sure that belly button is drawn in towards the spine. If you can hear that clicking, it's my zip on the back of my top. It's not my neck. And one more time, bringing ourselves back up to seated. Extending the legs out. We're going to roll down with control, arms in front, bring them all the way up. And then as you inhale, slowly roll down, chin to chest, belly button drawn in towards the spine, nice and slowly. Great. Bringing ourselves into a corkscrew now. So we're back into that tabletop position. Knees at 90 degree angle. 40 degrees. Toes pointed. Arms, I find it helps to bring them out to the side, so almost in that kind of like T position. We're going to start out here and we're going to rotate around to the right. So we're going anti-clockwise first, skimming the floor with our toes, bringing our knees all the way back up to center. Again, your block or your loo roll if you want to support your neck. Coming around anti-clockwise once more. As you exhale down, inhale all the way up. One more in this direction, nice and slowly. Inhale down, skimming the floor with your toes. Exhale all the way back up. Going in the opposite direction now, clockwise. So we inhale as we come down and exhale as we bring the knees back up. So imagine you're drawing a circle here with your knees. We're really focusing on the powerhouse once more. So as you can probably gather, the powerhouse is really important in Pilates, okay? It's where all of our movement emanates from our entire body. A healthy and strong powerhouse makes for a healthy and strong body. Okay, continue here, or option to straighten the legs. We're going to go in the other direction now, 3 more each side. Anti-clockwise, toes pointed, nice and slowly. Inhale down. Exhale as you come back up, making sure the lower back is in contact with the mat. If you're finding your lower back is hollowing out, bring your hands to just underneath your lower back in a diamond shaped position, and that will help you to focus on the lower back. Once more, bringing ourselves all the way down. Inhale, exhale as we come back up. One more time in this direction, and then we will switch to the other direction. This is not easy. These moves are challenging, and because we're doing them slowly and with control, it makes them more challenging. Opposite direction now, we're going clockwise here. Exhale as you bring the legs all the way back up to top. Making sure the belly button is drawn in towards the spine, the lower back is in contact with the mat. We're working those lower abdominal muscles for our stability and our strength. One last time. Bringing it all the way back up. Hug the knees into the chest. And when you're ready, bring the legs all the way back up, coming into our scissors now. So we are bringing our arms out, elbows nice and wide, head, neck and shoulders lifted, hands just underneath the head or at the sides of the head, or your option is to use your block or your loo roll for that extra support. Belly button drawn in towards the spine, and we're going to bring our legs all the way to the sides as far as we can, bring them back to center and cross them over. We're working those inner thigh muscles here, the adductors. I always get those two mixed up. The adductors are what we're working here, nice and slowly. Cross them over, bring them all the way out. Cross them over, opposite, making sure we're switching, okay? Bringing them out and back into center. So we're working those adductors, but because we are also in that elevated position with our head, neck and shoulders, we are also working the lower abs, the upper abs as well. So our transverse abdominis is getting a real workout this morning. So is our rectus abdominis as well. And you are doing brilliantly this morning, nice and slow. Good. Exhale out. Inhale, bring it back in. 2 more here. And then we're going to go into some bicycle variations. Last one. Good. Okay, hug those knees into the chest. Bringing the feet flat to the mat. Okay, coming into our bicycles now. So we have two options here. We can either keep the knees bent, elbows nice and wide, bringing ourselves up into that tabletop position, and we are going to bring opposite knee towards opposite shoulder. So we're not aiming for the elbows here, we are aiming for the shoulder. So it's a more focused movement, more slow and controlled. Exhaling as the knee comes towards the shoulder. Exhaling as the knee comes towards the opposite shoulder. So it's a slow movement here, okay? Working, again, those abdominal muscles, the lower back muscles, but also because we've got a little twist here, working the obliques. One more each side. Bringing it back into center. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a moment here to stretch super long. If you want to, go ahead and grab a quick drink of your water. Okay, and when you're ready, bring yourself back down, nice and slowly with control. Okay, coming into our bridge now. So feet are hip width apart, arms and hands just at your sides. You're going to lift up into that bridge. So with our bridge, we are going to extend our leg, our right leg. So try and keep that butt lifted, abs nice and tight, squeeze the glutes. We're going to lift and lower. Lift the leg and lower. You can do this with your knee bent and lower, okay? So if the knee is bent, we're bringing it up to tabletop, lowering it back down, tippy toes touching the mat, okay? Lift and lower. Trying to focus on the glutes, the abs, making sure the glutes are lifted. We're not lowering the glutes, okay? Lower it down. Lift all the way up, toes are pointed, activating all of those leg muscles. Nice and controlled, nice and slow. Remembering to breathe. Give me one more here. Bring it all the way up. Bend the knee, take it all the way down. Hold here. Take the glutes a little bit higher. Try and raise that bridge a little bit higher if you can. Abs are nice and tight. Go ahead and extend that left leg, toes pointed. Raise all the way up. Activating those leg muscles, bringing it down. Now here we are working on our stability. So we're trying to make sure that our hips stay square to the ceiling. And by doing so, we are working our lower ab muscles especially. We are also working the glutes because we are squeezing them. We are squeezing the abs, so again, we're working them there, but we're really focusing on that hip mobility and that core stability. So mobility in the hips, stability and strength in the abs, in the core. One more here, take it down, bring it all the way back up. Bend the knee, bring it down. Going for some regular bridge pulses here, nice and slow, okay? So we're going to bring it down to the mat, bring it all the way up. Squeeze when you get to the top, squeeze those glutes when you get to the top. Down to the mat, up, squeeze the glutes. Bring it down for one more, up, squeeze those glutes. Hold here for me, take a little bit higher, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it all the way down. Go ahead and stretch out nice and long, stretch the arms, extend through the fingertips, extend through the toes. And let's roll over onto our side. Okay, bringing ourselves onto our side, we're going to support our head in our hand on our left side, leaning down on our elbow, right arm in front of us, just in front of our chest, okay? Now, we're in a kind of almost slight banana shape here. So I'm straight with my mat. My feet are just at that front corner of the mat. So that's going to help with my stability. Belly button drawn in to help further with stability. And we are going to start with our sliding passe. So toes are pointed, bringing the top leg all the way up the lower leg. So we are bent, okay? The hips are open here. Raise all the way up for a straight leg, toes still pointed, flex, bring it all the way back down. So we're nice and slow here to create our own resistance. Toes are pointed here to activate the quads. When we get to the top, we flex to activate the calf and the hamstrings. Bring it all the way down. Again, this is working our hip mobility. This is working our, activating our leg muscles and slightly getting a little bit of those lower obliques as well. One more here. Bringing it in, stretching all the way up, flex the foot, take it all the way back down. Bringing the arm up above the head, that right arm, coming into our side seal. Option 1 here, toes pointed, right arm to right leg, okay? Really working the obliques here. So nice and slow, creating your own resistance, okay? One more here. Your alternative option, coming up onto the elbow, making sure the elbow is directly underneath the shoulder, upper arm comes above, and we can work it here, okay? Alternatively, we take it onto our glutes, raising both legs nice and slowly, legs come up to the arm. It looks harder than it is. The first time I tried it, I fell all over the place, and then I realized the secret is to, as we bring the legs up, we twist around onto the glutes, okay? So we're still working our abdominal muscles here, drawing the belly button in towards the spine, but this is an amazing move to really help us with our balance. Bringing it up, and inhale, bringing it down. Okay, nice. Coming into our side mermaid now. Take your right foot in front of your left. We're going to stay here to begin with, using our right arm for that momentum, that motion. We're going to raise up from the obliques. So we're really creating a curve here. So we're lifting up from the obliques. And inhale, bring it all the way back down. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, bring it all the way back down. Your alternative option here, fingers spread, hand directly under the shoulder, lifting all the way up here. Lifting up through the obliques, so you really feel it. As you lift, you should be feeling it here, regardless of where you're at, whether you're on your elbow or your hand. Good job. Bring it all the way back down. Okay. Coming into our kneeling side kick now. Up onto the knee, up onto the hand, directly underneath the shoulder. Bring your right knee up to thigh height, so we are parallel. Extend all the way out. Big palm. Bring your knee into your arm. Take it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, take it out. Keeping that leg parallel to the mat. If you want to, you can even take it slightly higher. So we're shooting that leg up slightly, okay? Trying not to be here, okay? Trying really hard to be here. Option, coming down onto the elbow once more, and we can be here. Again, in as we inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way out, toes pointed. Inhale in. Exhale, bring it out. One more here. Another great one for balance. All of these side movements are great for our stability. Okay, bringing ourselves back to center. Really gonna put all of that together now as we really focus on our core. Hands on the thighs, feet hip width apart, shoulders roll back and down. Bring yourself back slightly as if you're going to come into your roll down that we started off with, and start to lift up the feet, toes pointed. We're in a boat position here. Option to release the hands. Chin to chest, belly button drawn in. Option now to lift all the way up into teaser, shoulders roll back and down. If you have the shakes like me, that's fine, that's totally normal. Okay, and if you really want to push yourself, if you're comfortable to do this, let go. I can, but I shake like mad, so I'm going to come all the way back to here, and we're just going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bringing ourselves back to boat, whatever position you're in. If you were in boat the whole time, bring your hands back to your thighs, toes pointed, belly button drawn in, shoulders back and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, bringing the feet all the way back down. Let's take it over onto the other side. For our side series, coming back to our sliding passe, elbow directly under the shoulder. Sorry, we're down here, aren't we? So supporting the head in our hand, left hand in front of us, making sure in that slight banana shape, feet at the front corner of the mat, toes pointed in the left leg as we slide up the lower leg, knee bent, opening up those hips, raising all the way up to straight, flex the foot, so we activate those muscles in the back of the leg, and we bring it all the way back down. Sliding passe, lifting up, toes pointed, flex, all the way down. Now, I tend to get, when I do this, some weird clicks in my hips. They don't hurt. So if you also get funny clicks in your hips, as long as it doesn't hurt, then you're fine. It's just that you're moving your body in a way that you maybe haven't done for a while or before, and your body's just kind of going, oh, that's new. What's going on? As long as it doesn't hurt, you're fine. If it hurts, if there's any pain or discomfort, reduce your range of motion. Okay. Coming into our side seal here. So opposite upper arm comes over the head, toes are pointed, lifting all the way up, arm to leg, working those oblique muscles here. Option here, we've got a couple of them. I'm going to go through them again. Come up onto the elbow, opposite leg to opposite arm, working those obliques. Exhale as we bring them up, inhale as we bring them down. Option here to bring both legs up, taking it back onto the glutes, and then all the way back down. Really using our abdominal muscles for control so that the legs don't come crashing back down. One more here. You're doing really well. Those of you that I can see, you're doing really well. Well done. Great. Nice. Okay. Coming in to our side mermaid. So again, option here. Left foot in front of the right foot, so we have that balance. Option to stay on the elbow, lifting all the way up and over, chest open here. If it helps, keep looking at the ground, keep your gaze at the ground. Alternative option, coming up onto the hand as we lift all the way up, making sure that we are lifting through our obliques. Inhale as you come back down. Exhale as you lift up. And inhale as you come all the way back down. Let's do one more here just to make sure we're even on both sides. And it's okay if one side feels a little bit grittier than the other. That's normal, totally normal. Okay, kneeling side kick option here. On the elbow, big palm, leg extended, knee to elbow. Nice and controlled, keeping that leg parallel to the mat, or bringing it slightly up if that feels like it gives you what you need this morning. Option to bring it up onto kneeling, big palm, knee to elbow, take it out. Knee to elbow, take it all the way out. Knee to elbow, take it out. One more. Really working those obliques, bringing it down, coming back into our teaser here. My mat is traveling. So, back to our teaser and our boat. And I invite you to just explore maybe going a little bit further in this time. Hands at the thighs, shoulders roll back and down, chin to chest. Bring yourself down slightly just till you feel that shake. Lifting the legs up, toes pointed. Letting go of the thighs here, belly button drawn in, shoulders back and down. Option to grasp those ankles, lift all the way up. Belly button drawn in, shoulders roll back and down. Neutral spine, making sure we're not here. If we're here, bring it back a step. Option, if you're here and you got here last time, to let go and hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, hug the knees to the chest. Bring the feet to the floor. Great job, okay. Last move, and then we come back to our breathing. I can't believe we've nearly done an hour. Bringing ourselves into a push-up position. So, options here. Hands directly under the shoulders, on the knees, keeping those feet uncrossed. I don't know about you, but I always get tempted to cross my feet, keeping them uncrossed. So we're in our push-up position, elbows tracking back. We are going to bring ourselves down nice and slowly as we exhale. Inhale, come up, belly button drawn in. Making sure that we're not here, okay? Don't stick that booty out. Making sure we're in neutral spine. Looking towards the front short edge of the mat. Belly button drawn in. Deep breath in. And exhale, bringing yourself all the way down. Inhale, coming up. One more here. Exhale, down. Working those shoulders, working those triceps. Option, coming from high plank, bringing ourselves down and lifting up. If you want to, you can take your feet a little bit wider. Exhale, bringing yourself down, elbows tracking back, working those triceps, try not to push them out. Exhale, bring yourself down and inhale up, drop the knees, take it back into a wide knee child's pose. Option to grasp your block or your loo roll for your forehead and just allow yourself to sink here. We're going to stay here for a few moments, coming back to our breath. Take a deep inhale through the nose, fill up the backs of those lungs. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And when you're ready, bring yourself up to seated. Coming back to that comfortable position, whether you are cross-legged, whether you are in mermaid. So here, whether you are kneeling or your legs are out straight, as long as you're comfortable. Bringing the hands to a comfortable position as well. I prefer mine on the knees, either palms up or palms down, whatever you prefer. And gently close off the eyes. Roll the shoulders back and down for a neutral spine. Belly button drawn in. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Pushing the belly out. Exhaling through the mouth. Drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. So it helps bring left hand to belly, right hand to chest. And with every inhale, imagine trying to push that left hand off your belly. And with every exhale, feeling your belly button draw in towards your spine as you expel all of that carbon dioxide out of your lungs. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Three more here at your own pace. This time bringing the hands to the ribs just like we did at the beginning. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, this time filling out the sides of the lungs. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Three more here at our own pace. And when you're ready, rubbing the hands together, feel that warmth. Placing the hands one on top of the other at your heart center. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale everything out with a sigh. Gently flicker open the eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.